So as you can see, there's a mix of sessions throughout the day. Some of these will be interactive. Some of these will allow you to take a little bit of a seat, take a back seat and listen in. But we really do want you to bring your full selves today and to be engaged and to co-create, to ask questions, to dig in and to support the folks in the Headstream programs. The sessions will be back to back, so do your best to get there on time. We will have a 2 to 3 minute grace period, and we'll also at the end of each session introduce what's coming next. At each moment, there's going to be 2 ongoing sessions. So you get to choose. So for example, after this session, you have a chance to go to the Headstream Innovator demo session, or you can go see and learn about Digital Delta. It's fine to stay for one session or for the whole day. If you need to drop off for a little bit, you're welcome to come back in a little bit afterwards as well. Now I'd like to dig in a little bit into each of the 3 different types of sessions that you'll experience today. And to do that, I'm going to introduce the Accelerator Program Manager, Danny Bicknell.
Hello, everyone. So we have 10 incredible innovators that we're celebrating today, and we're going to do this in a few ways. So as you can see in the schedule, right after the opening remarks, we invite you to join us to the Innovator demo session, where these entrepreneurs will pitch their products and you'll have an opportunity to ask them questions and interact with them a little bit in small, intimate groups. Right after that, you'll also have a chance to hear from the Headstream Accelerator innovators in 3 thematic panel discussions. So you can join a group of innovators that are cultivating young people's superpowers through skills development platforms in EdTech. You could hear from another group of innovators who are transforming wellness and digital health. And you can also learn from innovators who are creating connections and community through social technologies and community building platforms. So we invite you to join us for all of these sessions or just the ones that resonate with you most. And with that, Marie, would you like to take it away and talk about the next track of sessions?
Thanks, Danny. Hey, everyone. My name is Marie, and I am the Youth Program Manager for Headstream. Today, we have 3 amazing sessions featuring the incredible young people in our Youth to Innovator programs. The first one is inside the advisory board. If you are interested in creating an advisory board in your organization or your company, this is the session you want to attend. Come learn about the Headstream Accelerator Innovator Movement Genius and how they incorporated youth feedback into the design of their business and how the youth advisors were empowered throughout this process and with their professional counterparts. The next one is empowering users to be creators. We want all of you to join us for this session to empower youth into creators and transform their ideas into the next wave of social tech. In this session, youth leaders from each of the Y2I programs will lead a group through a design activity and extract the positive features of current social technologies and the features youth are yearning to have on social tech. And lastly, idea to innovation, the Y2I incubator pitch session. So during this session, really come celebrate Headstream's inaugural Y2I incubator. There are 6 amazing youth entrepreneurs in this cohort that will pitch to a panel of expert evaluators and share their innovations for empowering youth well-being through social technology. And we can't wait to see you at all of these sessions. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Marie and Danny. We have a couple more sessions that are under that ecosystem development category. The first is the Digital Delta session. That'll be coming up right after this welcome. That session focuses in on the crowdsourced research that we've been conducting over the last 6 months and is an opportunity to dig into our findings and to explore the different catalytic areas that we discovered for supporting digital youth well-being. That'll be followed by Impact Navigator, which is the first product that we've developed here at Headstream. It's a product made for innovators as well as other practitioners, investors, and institutions in this space. And it'll be an opportunity to dive into that product, to test it out a little bit and to understand what we learned from our pilot. We'll have a session later this afternoon on exploring the role of creators. And it's a new initiative that we're starting to understand how creators can influence the behaviors of young people and what skills and thinking they can put into the works to have a positive impact on their consumers. And the last session of the day under this track will be focused on looking at how we build well-being into the different day-to-day activities that we do. And that will be with our friends and partners over at Healthy Minds Innovation. And so excited for all 4 of those sessions and for the day as well. I put in a couple resources that you can look at to have a better sense of the descriptions of each session, as well as finding that on Attendify, as well as in our welcome packet, but did want to pause for a quick second if anybody has any questions about the schedule or how to navigate from session to session. We'll have a brief tutorial in this welcome of how to use Attendify, but if there are any questions right now, I'll leave a little bit of space, and you can also put them in chat where somebody from our team can answer. All right, well, feel free at any point to reach out if you have any trouble navigating. At this moment in time, I would love to transition to one of our youth leaders from the Y2I programs and introduce Nathan Asher, who will be going through the Headstream community agreements.
Hi, my name's Nathan. I'm on the Y2I advisory board, and I want to talk for a second about some of the agreements that we're taking going into this space and how we can best make that work. So the first thing that I want to talk about is take space, make space. If you are someone who is an active talker and loves to participate, that's great. Maybe make some room for people who are not necessarily as talkative to have input in the conversation. And it's the other way around too. If you're sometimes a little quieter in these sessions, feel free to speak up and take as much space as you want. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Basically, what we're saying here is, while we do love to hear all of the ideas that we can, sometimes these ideas that are not necessarily directly related can get us a bit off track and can kind of make it difficult to continue the sessions. So I ask that you try to keep it on topic as much as possible. 3 is assume good intent. Basically what we're saying here is assume that people are not out to get you. This is a networking opportunity. This is a group of very like-minded and positive people. And so if someone says something that hurts, assume good intent. There are ways to heal that without necessarily assuming someone is doing it out of malintent. 4, take care of yourself. Don't be afraid to drink some water, eat a snack, step away, turn off your camera if you need to. We want you to take care of yourself and have the best experience here possible. We do have multiple meditation sessions throughout the day, so if you're interested in that, please feel free to use those opportunities. Number 5, have fun, have a laugh. Like I said, this is supposed to be a fun time. Of course, there's work being done here as well, and that's very important. But make sure to have a good time and to just, have fun, have a laugh. And 6, do your best. I understand that this is going to be a long day and you might get a little tired, but please put your best effort into these conversations as much as possible so that you and everyone else can get the most positive experience out of this. And so now I'm going to hand this back off. Oh, can I get everyone to put a thumbs up or a heart in chat to show that they agree with these guidelines? Okay, cool. Now I'm going to hand this back off to David so we can learn about some of the ways that the Headstream Innovation Festival will be a safe and inclusive space for everybody here.
Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate that reminder about the schedule. There will be a couple of non-traditional sessions that I encourage you all to attend that will be led by our innovators, and they will be sessions that will allow you to kind of take a break from your typical kind of conference sessions. So I encourage you all to use those sessions as an opportunity to stretch, to move, to relax, to meditate, to dance, and to kind of stretch some of those other muscles at the festival. We do our best to create an inclusive and accessible environment at this festival where everyone is welcomed and appreciated for your different passions and experiences that you bring to this space. We do acknowledge, though, that some of these topics may be sensitive, that there may be moments that bring different emotions to the surface, and we do want to create a safe environment and a safe space where you feel like you can be supported if something does occur. So I would love to introduce Mel Chan, who's graciously joining us all the way from Australia this morning. She's the coaching and development manager for Second Muse and will be leading that safe space today. And so Mel, would love to introduce you and welcome you to this group. Mel may have dropped from some technical difficulties, but if at any time today you need to reach Mel, or need the opportunity to connect in a secure and safe space away from the rest of the group or the rest of the workshop, here is the link where you can message Mel directly. If at any other time you have a question, feel free to reach out to the Headstream team as well. Myself, Marie, Danny, Kristen, Mina, you can recognize us by our names or the backgrounds with the gradients, as well as Bridget Johnson, who's not in this session right now, but who will be managing the platform Attendify throughout the session. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We're really here to support you to make sure that you have the best experience possible. With that, we think it's also important that you all get the chance to meet each other a little bit as well. I am the type of person when we go back to in-person events, I get a little nervous and I get a little of that social anxiety at these big conferences. And while I get to hide behind a computer screen today, and I don't feel quite that same anxiety to go out and network or to have a buddy, I think it is really important that when we gather at these types of big events, that we give everybody the opportunity to make one or two safe friends, people that you can go to throughout the day, that you can rely on, that you can say hi to, that you can ask how the rest of their sessions are going. And so we're going to do a little bit of a breakout room. You'll have a couple of minutes. We'd love to just introduce yourself quickly. And then we have one prompt for you. And the prompt is, if you had to give a TED Talk tomorrow, so you have very, very little time to prepare, what would that be on? So what would you be so passionate, you're such an expert on, that you would be able to jump in and provide a TED Talk on? So we'll break out for a couple of minutes, introduce yourself, where you're from, and if you get to that prompt, we'd love to hear those answers.